Hello snowboarders of the internet, I'm your host Avran LeFeber, and in this video we're going to be reviewing the new Roam Boneless. We've got links for this and any other product mentioned in this review down in the description below, so go down there, click them, support a shop that we support, or don't, go to your local shop, support it from them, slap them a high five, tell them we sent you, I dare you. This board features Roam's Fusion camber, which is just cam rocker. So you've got camber through the middle with rocker in the tip and the tail. Now the cool thing is they do have the twin diamond 3D. So out here going up on each edge on the nose and the tail, you do have this 3D shape. That kind of scoops it out. It doesn't fully reduce the edge bite, but it minimizes that. So if you're buttering around, you're not going to have that. You get into softer snow, it's going to funnel out. That camber is going to give you all the load, pop, snap, and drive. That rocker section in conjunction with that 3D is what gives you ease of entry in and out of turns, as well as a more optimal sweet spot to press into. This board is available in 138 narrow, 141 narrow, 144 narrow, 147 narrow, 150, 153, 156, 159, 157 wide, 160 wide, and 163 wide. I rode this board at Copper Mountain on a day that was sunny, bluebird skies. You had warm temps, you had soft, creamy snow, soft, fast groomers with a little bit of chop and chunder. You could find a little bit of ice in the shade. For some reason, there was a pheasant on one of those groomers. That was really weird. Haven't seen one of those in a while. And I used my Roam Black Label bindings and my K2 Thraxis boots. It's a park board, and it's a softer than middle of the road park board, which is more jib focused, but it's not a full-blown jib noodle. You do have rocker in the tips, so that kind of does help accentuate that flex. And you're gonna notice that from all the way out to about the middle of that rod in the tips, that's where it's gonna have the most play. Then it progressively stiffens up to just inside the insert packs, and then you've got another flex point in there that's playful, and then it stiffens up through the middle. Torsionally, this board can just be twisted in any direction. You don't have to worry about it. You're gonna be able to just really ankle steer the crap out of this thing. Now, when it comes to stability, keep those knees bent. This thing's very lively. You are gonna notice flap at the tips, and that chatter is gonna resonate back underfoot. You get into rutted out terrain, this board's gonna bend and flex with it, but if you hit anything abrupt, you're going ass over tea kettle. Once again, keep those knees bent. This board isn't meant to be a super damp ride. It's designed to be very lively and playful. Ollies and pop on jumps. So here's the thing about this board, right? You got this rocker, you got this 3D shaping out there, and then you got camber, right? So you're thinking, oh, I gotta load this camber up and then roll back on the tail to get it to engage. Not really. The big thing is you're just gonna ride this more like it's a skateboard, and you don't wanna pop it way out at the tip. You wanna bring it more underfoot or like right outside, because you wanna engage the middle of that rod, not the very end of it. And when you do, you're gonna get consistent pop. It's not gonna boost you to the moon. It's not one of these boards that's like, oh my God, it's the snappiest thing ever. No, it's consistent, which is good. You want consistency with it. You wanna know that your ability is going to predicate how high you can actually get with it. So if you suck, yeah, you're not getting high with this thing. You don't suck, you're probably gonna be able to pop it pretty damn well. And when it comes to jumps, small to medium-ish, I mean, anything like over 20, 25 feet, you're really pushing it with this board. The smaller the feature, kind of the better, just with the way the shape is, the camber and the flex, they work on it. If you load it up and pop off the lip, yeah, you're gonna get a consistent pop that'll get you a little bit higher and get you out there a little bit further. But if you're laid back and just let this thing throw you, you're still gonna make it to the sweet spot. And like when you land, make sure your bolts between the feet, that's where you wanna be. If you're back on the tail a little bit, between that 3D shaping and that slight rocker, you're gonna just wheelie out a little bit harder. Okay, so we're about halfway through this review. Why don't you give it a thumbs up? You know you want to. You know you want to. And if you haven't already, why haven't you subscribed, you heathens? Do it, I dare you. And click the bell, get those notifications. Understand that we got programming coming out almost daily, year-round for you. Who else is doing that for you? Huh? Yeah, thought so. This is what this board is made for. Between that rocker in the tips and that 3D shaping, you can get weird on the nose or the tail. Really press into it, flex it. You don't have to worry about those contact points catching on you because they're elevated. You can swizzle and sizzle. Like I said, just get weird on this. And the nice thing is with those rods, you get a little bit of snap. So it's not just gonna fold on you if you put all your weight on it. You're gonna get a little bit of rebound. This helps you pop out of anything. And when it comes to feeling the steel, this board will slide it just fine. It locks into nose or tail presses, it holds it to the end of the feature, and then it pops out. It's a skateboard. It really is. Ride those little snow curbs like they're ledges, do some slappies on them. You're hitting rails, boxes, ledges, whatever in there. Press into it, play with it. When you go sideways, because of those flex points right inside, you ideally want to hit this thing perfectly in the middle. If you don't, it's going to flex a little bit weird, but you don't have to worry about that too much, just especially if you're one of those people like me that tends to favor either your front foot or your back foot when you slide sideways. It's going to be okay. But the cool thing is, like, you got all this area out here to play on, and then if you're right underfoot and you're being like just a little bit more lazy, you can push into the camber and get it to elevate up on the nose or the tail as well. This thing just, it jibs super well. It's like riding a little skateboard. I was having so much fun on this thing, just playing around with it. You wanna go do a novice spin? Go do a novice spin. Because of that 3D, it's elevated. You don't have to worry about it hooking up. I'll be honest, this thing's not gonna win any awards for carving. It's a park board through and through. It's not meant for ripping hard, deep, aggressive carves. Can you do it in softer snow? Yeah. The cool thing about this is you got that 3D shaping. That elevates the contact points, and then with the camber profile and the flex of this board, you steer it more underfoot. That really aids it with short, tight, quick carves. You're gonna be able to just ankle flex this and roll it toe to heel and heel to toe, no problem. So short, tight, quick park carves, medium, mellow carves where you're locked in and you're just sort of cruising. It's when you get into those deeper, more aggressive carves, even if you're pushing into the center of the camber and flexing off the tail, you're gonna notice you got that flex point inside, and then you've got that sweet spot in the tail. That decreases the amount of power that you're gonna have to slingshot you out of a turn. You're gonna find those limitations very, very fast with it. Rider in mind, this board is for the swizzling and sizzling jib king, someone that likes small features and just really playing around on the board. They want something that's like a skateboard. Like what we're doing over here? Want to support us further? Swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP and become a member. Sure, I could tell you more here, but I got a video over there that explains it so much better. So the Boneless is not a real new model. They had one, I don't know, 10, 12 years ago. That board was actually built like a skateboard, and I remember doing a little bomb drop into a transition at Breck, and I snapped the tail. I think I'd been riding it for about 2.5 hours when that happened. This board is not built like that. I need to stress that. This thing is built so much better. And while it still retains that Boneless name and still is going for that like skateboard on snow feel, it's better. You got that 3D shaping that just allows it to be playful. The camber profile works. It's not domineering. It's a fun parkboard. If I still lived on the East Coast at Holiday Valley, I would ride this thing as my main board because I could jib and bonk everything. If you're in the Midwest, this thing's gonna be great. I think this is gonna be an underrated jib board that people are gonna look past because they wanna look at like the Artifact Pro from Rome or something else from another brand. But this thing caught my eye. It just fits a certain type of rider. And if you're in that demographic, I think you're gonna have just a very good time with this. Comparable boards, the Capita Ultrafear, the Ride Kink, the Rossignol Ampage. Binding recommendations, the Rome 390 Boss ASIM Wrap, the Union Ultra, the Salomon District Pro. All right, this has been my review of the new Rome Boneless. I absolutely love this board. Do you love it? Leave me a comment if you do. If you don't love it, go watch another video. We've got so many for you. There's gotta be something that we reviewed that you'll like.